What I use when I lose power, I got two generators, sort of over the top, I guess. Generac 3000i and a Honda EU 3000 IS. So that bad boy there is probably not what you're looking for. A little pricey. I splurged. This is what you would typically see in a trailer park, like an RV park, camping. Those big monster fifth wheels. They usually have one of these guys in the back. I bought the wheels and the cart piece separate so I can move it around because it's heavy. Way too heavy for one person. So with the cart, I can move it around. This one here takes probably 4 gallons of gas, and it'll run for 20 hours at a quarter load. It's super quiet. It's got a 30 amp outlet, 220 amperes. It's got a fuel valve, an economy mode, manual choke, output indicator, overarm, oil alert, circuit breaker. Like I said, it's super quiet, it's heavy duty, it's built right. It's an amazing machine. I've had it for probably 5 years. I've used it a couple times. I start it every month and use ethanol-free gas treated with seafoam or stable. It has a battery, little 6-volter. No, it's a 12-volter, little motorcycle battery. And I keep it on float, the float charge. That's what that cable is coming out of the bottom there. Functionally though, this guy, pretty much the same thing. You got a little 30 amp outlet, a couple 20 amperes, some breakers. You got your oil alert. It's not just an alert. I think it'll shut down on low oil. Your indications, your economy mode, manual choke. This one weighs about 65 pounds with 1.1 gallons of gas in it. This thing probably weighs 175 pounds with 4 gallons of gas in it. They both put out 3,000 watts. They're both inverters, so they're safe for your electronics. This is time tested and proven. Honda's been making these puppies for years. There's lots out there, a lot of videos out there. Honda will sell you the shop manual, which I bought. It has every maintenance procedure, corrective maintenance, a total engine breakdown to put together, all the corrective and preventative stuff. Honda sells it to you. Very well documented unit. I anticipate that I will have this for the rest of my life. Generac, not so good with the documentation. They sell you, obviously, the owner's manual that comes with it. You can get a parts breakdown on the internet, but you won't find a shop manual anywhere. They want you to take it to a independent authorized service maintainer. So if you leave gas in this thing over a winter, you don't use it, you come out the next winter and you want to start it up and the carburetor's all gummed up, you're on your own. So if you haven't had much experience, and the carburetor is nothing exotic, but you've got no guidance. Any number of things that you're going to take it to a small engine shop. The nice thing about it is it's light and shouldn't be too big of a problem to go take it somewhere if you need to get it cleaned up and fixed or worked on. Not the case with that guy. That ain't happening. So I think we should start them up. They're both quiet. I'm going to have them start up outside of economy mode. I'm going to put the economy mode on and do a little demo on that. Economy mode obviously refers to fuel savings, but it's also quiet. It's the super quiet mode, and both of these are quiet. So let's get set up for that. All right. Get out my trusty heater. Both of these are fueled up 12 months out of the year with ethanol-free gas I buy down at the Bear Creek Country Store in Belfair, Washington. It's a little pricey, but it's very trustworthy gas. And I also treat the gas with seafoam, a healthy dose. I like to keep the fuel systems uber clean. So you might see a little burst of smoke as that seafoam sits in these generators. I start them once a month, run them for 45 minutes, and then that seafoam goes to work and keeps everything nice and clean. So typically you see little burst of smoke out of the exhaust at the startup. This is my tester. I usually keep it at about 1300 watts, but I can bump it up to 1500 watts. It's your portable chicken coop heater. We got at Lowe's. So I usually run these loaded down for most of that 45 minutes to an hour. And you'll hear them surge on. This bad boy right here. So this guy here, we're going to full choke. We're going to give it a rip. Fire that bad boy up. Ooh, there we go. This here is your normal non-economy mode. We're about, I don't know, 4 feet from the camera. So it's not very loud. I'm not talking over the generator. You can hear me because the generator's just so quiet. Over here. Now it's down a little bit. Just talking normal. So they say in economy mode, if you're going to run items that surge, like compressors, refrigerators, freezers, that's really not where you want your economy mode. Economy mode is for more like steady load stuff, like lights, TVs, radios, that sort of thing. It'll pick up. The economy mode has a little device attached to the carburetor, and it gets some electronic feedback from the engine, and these things have computers in them that control this carburetor device, control the intake of the fuel. It's not a governed thing. The governor. But it'll pick it up, even in economy mode. So I'll set this bad boy for 1500 watts, and it's going to surge. You might even see an overload light here. Here we go. That's 1500 watts. Economy mode, and there's really no difference now because I've overridden the economy mode by pulling such a draw on it. I'll turn it off. It's still the same. We'll go off now. We'll go back into economy mode. And it slowly dials things down. Turn that off. Unplug. And then turn it off, just turn it off. This bad boy here, we're going to pull out our choke, cut in our fuel. Economy mode is off. Pull out our choke. Outside of economy mode, go to economy mode. Dials right down. It's pretty impressive. I'm going to come out of economy mode and I'm going to plug in the heater. off, secure the fuel. There you go. This was a couple grand. This guy here is probably 700 bucks, 800 bucks. This guy here is semi-portable. 65 pounds is quite a bit of weight, but you could move it. You can move it around. Now, you wouldn't want to have to sling this up inside the bed of a pickup truck, in and out of a truck too often, but it's achievable. Clearly moving it from your garage to your sidewalk, easily done. I got the cart, so I wouldn't have to pick it up, but if I needed to, because it's strapped in, I still can. I made the cart. Well, I bought the cart and then I installed these straps to it. So there you go. They're 4-stroke. And they, so far they do a good job.